Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I decided to do Goodreads winner awards from 2023. So I'm going to do 5 books for this video and we'll see how we get on. Like, I didn't want to do a weekly vlog, so I kind of wanted to switch things up. Instead of doing normally what I would do is a weekly reading vlog, I'm going to do top 5. So not putting any pressure on me, so whenever I'm finished with this video I'll be finished. Yeah, and the first book that I will be starting is with Divine Rivals. Like, some of these have been like really hyped up and I just haven't gotten around to reading them, and now is like the perfect time to do it. Divine Rivals and a couple other of the books on the list blew up. They literally blew up so much in 2023, so I'm just excited to see what the hype is about. Hey guys, don't mind the fact that I'm a mess. I'm just back from a swimming pool. I wanted to check in because I'm currently 60% into the book, and I was kind of hoping to check in at the time when it's going to start getting a bit more exciting, which only happened around the 55% mark, and you are starting to feel a bit more tension between the characters. Other than that, I don't understand why this is a winner. It feels really overhyped. I mean, there's nothing really special in the book happening and it's really slow. The first half of the book, you're kind of, I don't know, what was even the first half of the book about? Just kind of getting to know the characters, I guess, but nothing was really happening. It's a slow book. And Powerless, which was on the list for as the nominee, I would have understood if that book won, because I actually really enjoyed that book. I understood the hype for that book. For this, I mean, I gotta finish the book and see if it really was overhyped, but even if it started to get better only around now, it does not justify the book being good just because it got better for the last 40-ish% of the book. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Anyways, I thought I'd check in before I'm hopping into the shower, and yeah. Morning, you guys. So I finished Divine Rivals and I gave it 2.75 stars. I just didn't understand the hype. I mean, once the romance kind of started to kick in a little bit here and there, but the whole concept with the gods, like, I found that a lot more interesting. Like, I want to see more on war, and you kind of only saw snippets of war towards the end, which I feel like the whole book was about war, but then I don't know, I'm just so irritated with the book, so annoyed. Yeah. So the next book that I'm starting is Yellowface, and I'm about 6% into the book, and I feel like this is gonna be another one that I'm not going to be a huge fan of. The way that it started, it's basically two friends that are authors, and the one that you're reading about is basically really jealous of her other friend. And I don't know, like 15 pages in, I know all that she does talk about is how much better is her friend and how many books she sold, and I'm just like, is this what it is going to be about? Now this is going to be another, and this book is another winner, so I don't understand why. And it's definitely my first time reading anything by this author, so I want to find a good book. I'm on a hunt to find a good book. Hey guys, so I'm currently 66% into Yellowface and I have about little over 3 hours left to read. To be honest, which I always am, I don't love the book. And I don't know what rating I'm going to give it. All I know is that 3 stars is probably going to be too generous, because this book really annoyed me. It annoyed me, and I cannot believe this is the second book and I don't love it. I presumed when I didn't like Divine Rivals, like, it could have been just a fluke to not like second book on this list. And this one was really hyped up as well, so I don't know. Like I said at the very beginning of her comparing herself to her friend, the whole jealousy, that really annoyed me. And I think that it got better around the 20% mark, because like she started talking about the publishing side and the publishing aspect,
in terms of books, and that I did find interesting. I really did. But it so I can't wait to finish the book and move on to the next one. At this stage, my allergies will be the death of me. Oh. Okay, so I finished Yellow Face and I'm trying to be quiet while also having allergies. It's currently 10:30. Yes, I'm in my PJs. I don't remember the last time a book frustrated me as much as Yellow Face, and I feel like that was the whole point, because I was trying to read reviews there on Goodreads on what other people thought about the book. I was just feeling a whole lot of emotions, a whole lot of feelings that I don't want to feel again. Yes, it was written beautifully. I just did not like, it did not resonate with me as a beautiful writing, because it felt like going in circles and in circles and in circles, like chasing a tail. That's what it felt like. So to say that I was frustrated majority of the book is putting it very lightly. And the main character was just so delusional that she really put in being the Lulu is the Sululu. She really put the Lulu into that. She was so delusional. When something kept going wrong, she just said, "Oh no, it's fine. I'll da 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 da." And I'm like, girl, no, don't do it, don't do it. It's like trying, oh, stop. I could not. I gave it 2 stars at the end of the day. I just don't think. Anyways, like, that's over. That's done and over. Like, it felt like the longest 300 pages that I read in a long time. But the next book that I'm reading, it's Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. I love Ali because I've loved every single other book that I've read of Ali Hazelwood. Now she's kind of dipping her toes into all these other, kind of dipping her toes into other romance aspects books. Why can't I pronounce that right? Into other romance books that aren't based on STEM. That, why can't I talk? I'm just so delusional at this stage, to be honest. This is what reading reading Yellow Face will do to you. Other romance aspect books instead of sticking to her OG women in STEM books, which makes more sense because, like, there's just so much that you can write about women in STEM. Anyways, that's me blabbering. I want to read for a little while before I go to bed. It's late. It is so late. Hey guys, so it's the next day. I woke this morning. I kid you not, I was so sick. I didn't want to get out of bed. Anyways, I'm on medication at the moment and I'm trying to nip it in the bud before it gets even worse than it already is. But I'm 122 pages into Checkmate, and it's only about now that you're starting to see that it is really an Ali Hazelwood book. And Nolan, who's the male love interest in this, like, you get brief mentions of him in the beginning of the book here and there, and I think about the third time is when it kind of starts to get a bit more consistent. And I really love Nolan, and they're literally just having dinner at her house with her family, of course, and they're trying to kick each other under the table. Yeah, that's like my favorite microtrope. Morning, you guys. I look just as rough as I feel on the inside. Don't mind that. I stayed until 1 o'clock in the morning reading. I could not put the book down. I could not put the book down. I need to know how this ends. And Nolan, chef's kisses. So I'm on page 276 and I've only like 74 pages left. So definitely be finished sometime soon. And it's definitely more chess based. I feel like romance is a bit more on as a subplot, like it's not, I feel like, not the main thing. I know it's a romance book, but I feel like it's definitely chess heavy. And the main character, Mal, I'm at the stage where they have a little bit more of a, not a miscommunication, but like this disagreement, and I did find her a little bit annoying at that time, because like, why would you make a disagreement? Like, why? Especially the things that she said, I feel like wasn't really fair. It wasn't fair. Anyways, that's my little update.
Okay, excuse my wet hair. I'm just from a shower. That's the only thing at the moment that's helping me to feel better. So I did finish this last night and I like it. Like, I liked it a lot. The only problem I really had with the book was the references to like TikTok and celebrities. I feel like it just was no need for that. Like, we get it, it's a young adult book, but just because it's a young adult book doesn't mean that like you need to reference, like, it's already, you know, for young adults. I don't know, that was the only thing that I wasn't vibing with. But I like the story. I wish there was more of a romance in this, but it being chess heavy, which is, I mean, it is advertised as a chess book but also a romance book, and I feel like it was more chess heavy than romance book. But nevertheless, it's still one of those books that I really adore from Ali Hazelwood. But the next book that I started to read is Wayward, and this one actually won 2 places on the Goodreads Choice Awards, surprisingly. And I started reading this, and there's 3 points of view, so it's about 3 characters, and it's a generation of wayward, the wayward woman. And the first one is set in 1600s, I believe. The second one is a bit more towards the current time, and then she is that's her great aunt. That's as far as I got, to be honest. Like, and alright, so I'm a little halfway through the book and it's starting to make a little bit more sense now. So the first character, she's on a trial because she's been accused of being a witch. The second one is trying to find out why nobody ever talks about her mother, and the third one is trying to find out, obviously, the lineage and if, you know, being a witch really runs through her family tree, like what's the deal and where her family kind of comes from. But so it's going like kind of slow, but because it's like 3 POVs, it's kind of going quicker. The chapters are really short, so you're kind of flying through it, but like it's medium pace. It's not fast enough for me. Like, listen, to be honest, I don't really know why this book won 2 places for the Goodreads Choice Awards. I don't know yet. I don't understand, and I'm 40% away from finishing the book. Okay, so I finished Wayward. Did I like it? I thought it was okay. I still liked it better than Divine Rivals, better than Yellow Face. I didn't like it more than Chicken Maid, so I thought it was like average kind of base book. And I don't think it was marketed the right way. So I was getting where the crawdad sings vibe from it. So if you like that book, you might like this, but I didn't like that book, so I didn't like this book. To put it simple, it was just literally based about 3 women who were born in the same lineage and they were abused by men, and that's it. That's the whole book. So I don't know how it's been marketed towards like I know it's historical fiction, but I mean, listen, something just didn't add up. Like, it wasn't very enjoyable either, so I thought it was okay. 3 stars. Moving on. Also, last but not least, I saved the very best for last because I've been wanting to read this book for a very, very long time, basically, which is Fourth Wing, and I'm super pumped to read this because I do have really high expectations. I'm just not sure that I will enjoy this, because usually when I have high expectations, it turns out to be a bit of a disappointment for me. I don't know if it's just me, but personally I'm hoping it's not going to be a disappointment, because listen, this book has been not only won the place for the best romantasy of 2023, but it's also been on highest rated book in the top 100 books of Goodreads of all time. So I mean, like, listen, I'm excited. I'm really excited, and yeah, we'll see how we get on. Alright, I'm nearly halfway through the book, and first impression, when I said that I probably will be disappointed, I was making that up. I am disappointed. Now, I think this is marketed as enemies to lovers, but they're not really enemies. Like, you see kind of nearly from the very start that they have like a little bond happening, you know.
I'm just like, do I think this is better than Alcatraz? Because it definitely has elements of A Court of Thorns and Roses. No, but I still enjoy it really. But I think it's like really intriguing the fact that this has dragons. The plot isn't executed the best, I feel like, in comparison to Sarah J Maas writing. Like, Sarah J Maas, like, she's one of the best fantasy writers. So we're at the part where the betrayal comes. Like, how, like, why would you be shocked when the betrayal comes? Like, you knew that from the very start that it will be, you know? You knew from the very beginning that there's gonna be betrayal, you know? Alright, so I have like 35 pages left, and let's not talk about how late or early it is. Yeah, I should be asleep, to be honest. And what I was saying earlier is Rebecca is really good at writing relationships and romance aspect, but the last couple of pages at the end, they're dragging by because she's not great at executing action points. So I'm just really bored now. And I refuse to go to bed because like I've only like 35 pages left. That's like another hour.
Alright, so I have finished reading Fourth Wing the last time you see me read the book, and the ending I did not gasp. I know everybody was super shocked at the ending and they were like, this is a cliffhanger, oh my god, how can this be? And to me it just seems like, okay, like this just seems so similar to Red Queen, and if you've read Red Queen you would see that it's just very similar. So the storyline, I preferred Red Queen over this. The only thing that I loved, the twist with like dragons, but I don't know, something, just the ending kind of ruined it for me because she got really upset over the betrayal, and I'm just like, girl, you knew from the very beginning something isn't right, but you just turned a blind eye. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but I gave this 4.25 just because like the writing style just wasn't really doing it for me. Like I said before, the action and the battles, they just weren't it. Relationship wise, the writing was a little bit better, but I don't know, I don't think this was worth the hype that it got, to be honest. Like I still don't understand. And yeah, out of all these books, I feel like this one I like the most, and then the second one would be Checkmate. Yeah, that's my opinion anyways. And that's all the 4 books that I read from the list, and like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.